Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Bill Power Stadium for tonight's non-conference WPIAL Girls Soccer matchup between the Uniontown Red Raiders and the Scotties from Southmoreland. We have just under 15 minutes on the clock, counting down to the beginning of this game, and we will have our broadcast muted until we are ready to go. That'll be a few minutes before we kick this one off. Randy Randolph, our public address for Uniontown Soccer, will handle all of the pregame ceremonies, and we'll also have the national anthem for you in just about 10 minutes' time. So stick around here on UHS Talk. Joshua Scully and John Guth with you tonight, live from Bill Power Stadium. Welcome back to Bill Power Stadium as we are just 5 minutes removed from the beginning of our first matchup of a doubleheader tonight. We'll turn it over to public address. Mr. Randy Randolph.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Bill K. Power Stadium. Regardless of the outcome of this afternoon's event, we ask that all spectators consider the time and effort that each of these young participants put forth to represent her school. The purpose of this activity is to provide positive learning experiences and opportunities for personal growth for the participants. Officials and spectators can and are expected to assist in the promotion and achievement of good sportsmanship ideals by taking personal responsibility for keeping this contest at a high level of fair, clean, and wholesome competition. Remember, ladies, sportsmanship, the only missing piece is you. Good luck to both squads. Also recognizing that smoking and tobacco use present health hazards which can have serious consequences for both the smoker and non-smoker. We respectfully inform our patrons that according to the Uniontown Area School District policy, tobacco use and/or smoking is prohibited in or upon the school district's buildings and grounds. Compliance with the school district policy is expected and will be deeply appreciated. Thank you. And a public service announcement for you folks that are here from Southmoreland. If you look all the way across the field to your left, the building with the red roof, that is the restroom facilities. The men's will be the first door on the left, the women's will be the second one on the left. And also want to wish a welcome to the folks from Southmoreland. Thank you for making the trip up here. Hope you enjoy this evening. Hopefully it's a dry evening. Game time temperature right around 68 degrees.
You singing the anthem twice tonight, man.
And Miss Kendall Nails. Hopefully both of them heal and get back soon. Keyword, girls, is heal first, get back later. Okay, we have the referee. Sir, if you want to take your time, you can eat before we get the game started. It's fine. You sure? No indigestion.
Don't run over and get bites.
Okay, somebody watch that referee's food for us, please. I want to say thank you to the ball boys. I appreciate you guys being out there. EJ, is that you? I thought so. Is that Nick? You're a good man, Nick.
Working their way into the window, so that is why their games do not count in second standing. Yes. This guy.
I'd like to welcome the Sistapex here this evening and the crew to his left. I think they're from Uniontown. Glad you guys had a safe Christmas, all you Uniontown fans as well. Folks, we do have a concession stand all the way down to the left. I'm sure you passed it on your way in. Please, if you get a little hungry, get a little thirsty, make your way down there. All proceeds benefit the Uniontown Red Raider girls. And we're going to start with the starting lineup first for the Southmoreland Lady Scotties. Senior, number 2, Addie Jordan. Senior, number 6, Caitlin Ice. Freshman, number 10, Megan Patoka. Sophomore, number 11, Bailey Main. Freshman, number 12, Kaya Brzeski. Junior, number 13, Ashley Cedar. Sophomore, number 14, Sadie Primus. Junior, number 15, Kaylin Raymond. Junior, number 16, Jaya Van Dyke. Senior, number 17, Hannah Kahn. And rounding out the starting lineup, junior, number 23, Madeline Bear. The Scotties are led by head coach Josh Pasek, assistant coaches Tommy Samosky, Regis Kaufman, and Josh Skimp. Now for your Uniontown Raiders. Sophomore, number 2, Abigail B.B. Horner. Senior number 5, Sarah the Scrapper White. Junior number 7, Sadie Hawkins Hostettler. Sophomore number 10, Charlie Chan Murtha. Junior number 13, Sienna Cato. Junior number 14, Isabel Ring Roderick. Sophomore number 16, Chrissy the Slide Jacobs. Junior number 20, Grace Pretty Girl or Sparkly Girl Perkins. Sophomore number 21, Claire. Number 21, Schoner. Sophomore number 28, Brooklyn O'Brien. And rounding out the starting lineup, junior number 23, Maria McCune. The Red Raiders are led by head coach Emily Baker, assistant coach Allison Carroll, assistant coach Steve Jacobs, team manager Linda Jacobs, and give it up for our athletic trainer Gladys Mutka. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you please rise, gentlemen, removing your caps. With the scene of the national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we walked were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, it proved through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, and the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Randy Randolph performing the national anthem for us tonight here at Bill Power Stadium. UHS Talk tonight live with an upcoming Whippy Girls Soccer match. The Southmoreland Scotties take on the Uniontown Red Raiders, and for this broadcast, we will be foregoing the use of the term lady, as some of the feedback that we have received over the course of the last week has encouraged us to move on from that, and you may see local school districts doing the same across various media. Joshua Scully with you tonight, alongside Jonathan Guth of the Uniontown Herald-Standard. Jonathan, an exciting matchup tonight, and before we started the broadcast, you shared with me one name for Southmoreland that we really want to keep an eye out for.
Great.
Yes, Mr. Scully, thank you for having me. Hannah Kahn, senior. She is a midfielder, but she does lead the team in goals with 11. And that is obviously 11. They played they played 11 games or matches, however you want to terminology you want to use. And I wanted to thank you, Mr. Scully, for mentioning the ladies. No, not
Also
usually
like-
the lady, because I think in my
Also like to
last
thank
story I put the
Mr.
Uniontown Lady Red Raiders.
Mr.
So
Randy, Officer
I'm
Randy,
sorry,
Officer Dave, Officer
but
Samantha,
people can reach
for
me.
being our
That I'm not
student
going
this evening, and also
to
give
Jonathan
it up for
Guth,
Miss Myrna
jguth at
Smith,
heraldstandard.com
collecting money there.
if they do want to influence me to change that.
said
And I
that,
apologize.
and
It's kind of
thank you,
a
Mr.
forced
Joe
habit.
Walker, for getting everything set up
18
for
years,
the
Josh.
season.
It's hard to break,
And
but I understand.
Uniontown fans give our
And you know,
illustrious
it's
athletic
something.
director,
Sometimes
Mr.
you have
Harry
to
Kaufman, to
change
begin.
things, Mr. Scully. But that's part of life, right?
That is indeed. The Raiders are going to get us started. They're dressed in maroon tonight. They're going to work left to right. The Raiders come in looking for their first win. They're going to go right down center lane here and try to control the ball to get us started. 40 minutes on the clock, and we are 10 seconds into this one. Very much looking forward to it. Southmoreland coming to us from Scottdale, Pennsylvania. They play in 2A Section 4. The Scotties tonight dressed in white and red, a white top, red number, and the Scotties here have their first opportunity steered away by Uniontown. Again, the Raiders looking to pick up their first victory of the season. They play in 3A Section 3, a section right now that has been dominated for the last few weeks by South Fayette. South Fayette, in fact, is the top-ranked team in 3A at present. They come in to this week with a record of 8-1-1 at present, and they are holding off a Thomas Jefferson team that emerged victorious last night over Laurel Highlands. They played in monsoon-like conditions, and ultimately Thomas Jefferson went on to secure a 5-1 victory, as we see a through ball here, and this is going to be a throw-in opportunity for Uniontown. Thankfully, the weather has cooperated with us. It is quite humid here at Bill Power Stadium, as this header is going to be momentarily controlled by the Scotties, and this one's going to come in the direction of Scotties number 16. That's Gia Van Dyke. Van Dyke moves it, but it's cut off by Uniontown. They want to go center lane again, trying to work their way down to the penalty box if they can. Little tackle attempt here by the Scotties, and this one taken away, comes back our way to Van Dyke. Van Dyke trying to keep it off the sideline, will lose it there, and this will be an opportunity for Uniontown. Throwing it in will be Uniontown's number 16. This is Kristen Jacobs, the sophomore. She's looking for Murtha near the middle of the field. The ball comes right back. Little give and go look there as the Lady Scotties deny initially. Now Murtha, a big leader, off the knee of a Scottie. And Uniontown will take this one, an opportunity here for the Raiders on the far side, approaching the corner, now trying to save this one from the end line, and that one is saved. Great effort there for the Scotties. And a good look for Uniontown. In goal for the Scotties tonight, Megan Pataka.
This is why I want to say that.
Mr.
Sadie
White?
Hostetler putting the shot on target and just getting opportunities to put it on in that final third. The last time I was here when the Red Raiders, I almost said Lady Raiders.
That's okay.
Were playing Thomas Jefferson. Not much opportunities in that final third, which is almost like you can describe it as their the area of the Southmoreland zone. So getting chances in that, that's obviously, you can't get to that part without, you can't score without getting that part, is what I'm saying. So good opportunity to get a shot on goal here for the Red Raiders. I've almost said twice, Josh. I promise by the end of the night I'll have it right.
Abby Horner in goal tonight for Uniontown will kick this one away, and the ball is going to be lost to the far sideline.
And Kendall nails the normal keeper for the Uniontown. Mr. Scully, we understand a little bit of an injury, as is Eleanor Carey. So a little bit of some players out, but I mean that's part of sport. You have injuries.
That's right. That is the nature of the beast sometimes, as Horner will roll this one out. Sarah White was there to help previously as the ball got into the penalty box. Here's White again, playing some keep away here as she is pursued into the corner. Finds a target on the far sideline, and now advancing the ball under control and with plenty of space to work. This is going to be again Sadie Hostetler, very athletic player for this Raider team, and has looked good so far tonight. The Scotties able to pick up the still center lane, coming back the other way. This is going to be number 17, the dangerous Hannah Kahn, and Kahn's shot will go wide. And thankfully,
right on cue, Josh. Fortunately for Uniontown, the shot was just wide, so keeper didn't have to make the save. But it was just a few inches. So Got to watch out for Con, as we already kind of mentioned. And Southmoreland, I've known them covering. We don't just cover Uniontown and War Highlands and Albergalton. We do cover Southmoreland at the newspaper. So I've seen a lot of the Scotties, and Coach Josh Pajak's been there for a long. I say a long time. I can't even know the number, but I bet at least 10 years.
Josh Pajak is the head coach for the Scotties, head coach for Uniontown, Emily Baker. This one lost to the sideline off the foot of Van Dyke, and it will be a throw-in opportunity for Jacobs.
And Josh, you mentioned about Coach Baker, and that's one thing Uniontown is hoping to have here, is some stability at coaching. A lot of coaching changes over the last several years, and hopefully Coach Baker can stick with something and get this working in the right direction. I know right now it may not look at it by the record. Here comes an opportunity for the Scotties.
Yes, it will indeed be an opportunity from inside the penalty box. They wanted to go back to Kahn, and the pass is jumped. Scotty still will control. Move it to the corner of the box. Here's Van Dyke. The blast toward Horner, and Horner knocks this one down. Call that a whistle stop, and Horner spins across the turf and scoops it up off the pitch.
Nice job, Josh. Sarah White, the Uniontown senior captain at in our last broadcast. I say last for us because that was the last one I was on. But Sarah was unbelievable, playing at really all ends of the field. They have her position as defender, midfielder, and forward. So Sarah is a little bit of everything.
This one going to be lost off of McCune's foot to the sideline. Throw an opportunity here for Ashley Cedar. Cedar looking for a target, going to loft one up and will overthrow Addie Jordan. Uniontown trying to regain control as Jordan beat two Uniontown defenders to the spot. Now Van Dyke will jump a pass, and Van Dyke trying to look for an opportunity. Quick dribbling here, moving the ball back toward Kahn, but Charlie Murtha is there, and Uniontown's defense will prevail again, driving this one to their own bench, and that one will be lost to the sideline. An opportunity here for a throw-in for Southmoreland. Southmoreland, of course, coming to us from Scottdale. No, this will be a throw-in for Uniontown, so Hostetler will throw it in, and unfortunately Uniontown not able to control, but the ball is going to ricochet off of Scotty back to Hostetler. Now she wants Murtha in the center of the field. Check that. That was Jacobs' center lane, and we have a whistle.
First and 10 for Southmoreland.
And this will be an opportunity for the Scotties. May have been an offsides situation there, John.
Well, did they raise the flag on that? I could not tell, but sometimes, I don't know at this level if they do that, but the Scotties get a free kick regardless of what the infraction was. And here's a ball here, and great job by Abby Horner coming out to challenge that. Good job there by Abby, Josh. This Scotties team, Josh, is in Double A, but they are right on the fourth and final playoff spot at 3-3 in the section 4-2A. So this is not this is a good test for Uniontown, Josh, and hopefully they can get some confidence against a team, even if it's a lower classification, as a playoff squad.
Scotties do have several wins to their credit this season. They come in with an overall record of 4-6-1. They are 3-3 in 2A Section 4. And of course, Uniontown and looking for their first win this season, hoping that could be tonight. An opportunity for the Scotties, and that one is going to be buried by Southmoreland. Coming through big there, number 2, Addie Jordan. And the Scotties are on the board here with 31-38 to play, 1-0. And that was just a good-looking lead, John, off the left wing. Jordan avoids one defender. Horner had to rush out to try to cover up the shot, could not quite get there in time, and Jordan is able to bury it into the net.
When you said that, and I was looking, sometimes those numbers, my eyesight, Josh, is not, well, it's never been great, but it's, I think, getting worse as I get older.
I hear you.
They're all huddled together with the celebration. I wasn't sure what lady came out, but Jordan with a great finish there. Good strike.
Scotties trying to find more of the same. They're going to go back to Jordan, and this one will be lost to Uniontown. Now the Raiders looking to compose themselves and try to find an answer. McCune has this one jumped right in front of her by Cedar. Now a quick tie up here will stay with Southmoreland. They stay center lane. They get it back to Jordan. Jordan's going to go right wing, far sideline. And the defense is there to frustrate the Scotties at least for a moment. Southmoreland again looking to control. They go to Kahn in the middle. And Hannah Kahn gives this one a boot. It goes wide. And just wide.
Two wide opportunities for Kahn. She's probably, no pun intended, kicking herself. You see that one, Josh?
I like that, John.
You know, I'm good, guys.
That was very good.
Yeah, I know. Thank you.
I'm going to steal that the next time I work without you.
Yeah, I'll be here all night. Corner kick opportunity for the Scotties.
This is Cedar, I believe, sending this one out into the masses, and that one's going to hit the grass and be saved off the pitch for Uniontown for now. There's a whistle.
City, Hostetler, good job to get that out of danger. Josh, when you get those corners and it starts bouncing around, you hold your breath a little bit.
Sarah White will step back and send this one away.
How many times have we said Sarah White in a broadcast, Josh?
Quite a few times last time, that's for sure. Sarah White stays very busy for this Uniontown team. The Raiders want to have a chance to play some offense. They have not got to do that as of late, but here's an opportunity. Hostetler, a big blast ahead. They go center lane. This one's jumped by the Scotties. Coming back the other way, they're going to find space here on our sideline. No, they won't. This one just slips away from Ashley Cedar, the junior, who could not quite get there in time. Now Uniontown will indeed play some offense. They want to go to McCune. This one gets steered away immediately by the Scotties. Southmoreland does indeed play in 2A Section 4. Throw-in attempt now for Uniontown by number 16. That's Jacobs. Here's a chance for McCune. This one gets taken away at the last second by Ashley Cedar. Now, the Scotties do not have numbers, so Uniontown able to steal this one right back, and some fine footwork there off the heel. Isabel Roderick. Uniontown battling here at midfield near the center line. Now this one given the boot, and some boots chase that one to the sideline, not quite able to get there. And this will be a throw-in for Uniontown's Isabel Roderick, the junior. Roderick will stand across the sideline, throw this one in. Don't forget, later tonight, we've got boys soccer action here from Bill Power Stadium. The Uniontown boys team taking on Taylor Alderdice, making the trip down from the city of Pittsburgh. That one is scheduled to begin at 7:15 p.m., but we're going to be honest with you tonight. We have no idea when it will really start. You might as well see us as being in the Bermuda Triangle. We just are sort of making up the schedule as we go along tonight with 3 consecutive soccer matches. We had middle school prior to the girls' action that you're watching right now. So we think that one will start around 7:15 or 7:30 or sometime before midnight as Hostetler drives this one to the right lane, and this one will be taken away now by the Scotties. They wanted to go back to Jordan, but this one's taken by Jacobs. Now to the center line. Hostetler battling 3 Scotties. Finally, the ball gets passed through. Chase coming for Uniontown. This could be a difficult situation if the Raiders do not get there. This one down to the end line, and Horner is there.
Josh, if we start about 8:30 or so, you and I can work on that podcast we've been doing. I know it hasn't officially been cleared, but I'm sure the appropriate parties would love to hear our take on a variety of subjects.
Well, honestly with you, John, if we're here that late, I'm just going to sleep her overnight and be ready for the football game tomorrow. The Uniontown Raiders are in action tomorrow, taking on now the Martins Ferry Purple Riders. The Carrick Raiders not able to make the trip to Uniontown tomorrow, so Martins Ferry will hitch up their rafts and float up the Ohio River from Wheeling, Pennsylvania, make their way to the Monongahela. And navigating Redstone Creek this time of year after all that rain could be trouble, but I think they'll make it here okay and in time. Martins Ferry Purple Riders here tomorrow night for Youth Sports Night at Bill Power Stadium. That's a 7 p.m. kickoff between Martins Ferry and the Uniontown Raiders. The Martins Ferry Purple Riders, by the way, come into that one with a record of 2-2. They are coming to us from the state of Ohio. Uniontown, we believe, for the first time in school history, in the history of the football program, we believe, will be facing back-to-back opponents from the state of Ohio. Ironton, Ohio, here the following weekend. They are the defending state champions of Ohio, the Fighting Tigers. They travel by circus train. And the Purple Riders, they travel by flat bottom boat. Now this pass in, going to be jumped at the sideline, nearly taken away by the Raiders. The Scotties have been forced to play some defense here over the course of the last few minutes. Murtha battling here in the middle, not far from the penalty box either. Now finally, the Scotties will control. They're going to look to their left, and they bring it to our sideline. This one going to move ahead to number 16. That's Gia Van Dyke. And she loses it to the sideline just at midfield, so now Jacobs will throw this in. Off the foot from McCune, little give and go. Sorry, John, go ahead.
Excuse me, sir. I was going to say something very important, which was that all that Ohio information. I had no rebuttal. I couldn't reply. It was good stuff. It's kind of got me tongue-tied, which is a shock. But I look at this Scotties team, these uniforms, and I know they don't have the blue, but I kept thinking Laurel Highlands. I don't know. Do you see it similar with the red and white?
Yes, especially for the soccer uniform. Laurel Highlands wears primarily just red and white. Now here's Sarah White.
Yeah, that was about a 40-yard boot there, taking the free kick. And Sarah I've seen her score off one of those free kicks, Josh, from about 35 yards away against Laurel Highlands. So Sarah has the ability to put something on target there with the free kick. Scotties moving the ball here. Uniontown trying to play back and try to, of course, avoid allowing the shot on target.
This could be trouble. Uniontown able to step in at the last second and dodge this one.
Move by Uniontown defender. I apologize. I don't see the name or the number there.
I think that may have been Jacobs. This one going to be sent to Horner. A lot of bend on this one. But Horner is there to cover it up. And she's going to flip this one out to her left to Sadie Hostetler. That previous attempt had been a kick from Van Dyke. A little give and go to Hostetler, and Hostetler has space down the sideline. Oh, look at this, Sadie Hostetler now breaking into the open down the far sideline. Hostetler on the rail, going to drive this one into the corner. Hostetler still with space. Off the byline, wanted to hit cross there and could not quite get it to stick. As this one is going to roll toward our sideline. Now Jacobs, no, check that. This will be Cato for Uniontown, trying to keep this one near the penalty box. She's going to get it to Jacobs, and now this one gets passed through, and the Scotties are going to take it back. Uniontown charging up to try to deny and keep this one in the Southmoreland zone, and they could not quite get there. Now it's a 2-on-3. No advantage here for Southmoreland, but they got a lead to Jordan, and Jordan's going to collide with Horner. Now the foot race to the end line, and the ball rolls across just as Jordan was about to close in. My goodness, what work there from Horner, who planted herself on the pitch and took a shot from Jordan, who was in the process of kicking.
And that is a dangerous situation there in terms of, I mean, you appreciate the aggressiveness, but you don't want to get too much in the no ladies zone, Josh. I mean, but I give Horner credit for kind of going out there. She kind of took a shot a little bit. There's a corner kick.
Off of Kahn, and Kahn lays it in right to Hannah Kahn, and Kahn did not hesitate to drop this one in the net. The dangerous Scotty, the one who John spoke about, senior Hannah Kahn, the midfielder, getting it done, and Southmoreland's going to lead 2-0 here with 22:46 to play.
Now I wanted to say, Josh, coming in, I didn't mention this previous. These totals were actually from Tuesday. I don't know if the Scotties played yesterday, but so she may have more than 12, but she has at least 12. so that's pretty good stuff there. A goal a match. Really don't beat that in this sport.
Uniontown looking for an answer. Right now, Southmoreland has a 5-on-5 situation, and they got Jordan, who's playing center field, nearly able to drive that one ahead. And well played here by Uniontown. They're going to clear this one completely out. Uniontown now trying to work it the other way. They're going to lose it to the far sideline. Good effort there for the Raiders not to let anything develop. The throw in for Southmoreland will come from the far sideline. That's number 13. Cedar looking for a target, won't find one. Ball comes back to her. Now she sends it to the center line. Now at midfield, Hostetler doing what she's done all night, getting in the way, but this time the Scotties break through. Now they do have an advantage. 4-on-2. The Scotties working the ball toward the goal. White's going to step in the way and clear this one out. No, this one is going to be kept in play, John. I thought for sure the sideline had that. Horner's going to end up with the ball near the goal box.
Yeah, that's but White's definitely doing her job. Just a little bit too much there from the Scotties. Corner kicks, if you can execute them well, they're very dangerous. And we don't have player heights here, but if they're taller players, they can really get up and cause a lot of disruption there.
Sarah White doing a good job there protecting her goalie and her goal. And we're going to drop a 90s reference here. I think Sarah White is very reminiscent of her tenacity, her style, of one of my favorite basketball players from that era, Alonzo Mourning. She's just dominating the area in front of the goal and makes it very hard for the Scotties to really establish much there. Granted, the Scotties have scored 2 so far, but one of them was off a corner kick. And John, I don't know how I feel about the corner kick as somebody who has watched more high school soccer than I probably ever have in my life so far this season. I feel that the corner kick is really a roll of the dice. It goes off some bodies. You get people in the right places. I know there's some strategy there too, both offensive and defensively.
For my expertise, Josh, in my years playing in the Premier League, and I'm just kidding. I never played second to this sport in my life. However, I do know the corners. If corner kicks, if you are a good at executing them, Josh, they can be a big advantage. And I'm not trying to dispute what you're saying, but I'm just letting you know if you have a player that can really bend that in and you got the bodies, and it looks like Southmoreland has opportunity. Is she onside? I guess she is.
Sarah White's going to take that one away again.
Well, regardless, Sarah White made the play, but I just wanted to say that was an option that it can be dangerous, and if you get a lot of opportunities, I mean, you get yourself a chance to score a goal, is I guess what I'm saying.
Beautiful tackle here for Uniontown. Jacobs is going to end up with the ball, trying to move it ahead. Not quite able to find her target. She was looking there for number 18.
And if we get to talk to Sarah White, Josh, I just wanted to say, I don't know if she would know she'd be compared to Alonzo Mourning.
Yeah, she probably did not expect that, at least not today. But here is Sarah White, dribbling out of the paint. We've not seen Alonzo Mourning do that too often in his career, but Sarah White can do it. Now coming back the other way again, Hostetler, full head of steam, going to lead through the middle here. This one goes off of Jacobs' foot, then right back to Hostetler, give and go, and Sadie Hostetler is trying to close this one out herself. Finally, she's going to defer to a teammate, and the Scotties, for the moment at least, able to get this one back under control. They're going to bring it back out to Van Dyke, our side. She wanted to go middle. This one's going to pass through, but the Scotties still with an opportunity. White dropping back, 2-on-1. White going to step right up and take it away and say thanks for that one as she sends it down the sideline, and we've got a whistle. Incredible sequence there for Uniontown.
That was a little bit scary for the home team, Josh, because she had that 2-on-1, but Southmoreland did. I'm sorry, but White with a great play. We mentioned her a lot, and if we ever get a chance, Josh, to interview Sarah, we're going to ask her if she knows Alonzo Mourning. Her age, I'd say no, but maybe her dad or someone in her family had let her know. If they listen to this broadcast. But great job, and Sarah's obviously playing her heart out each match.
Murtha now with an opportunity, leading this one. Murtha in a foot race, and she's pretty fast. We'll see if she gets there in time. The Scotties trying to keep this one away now, down into the corner, and the Scotties have no choice. They did not have numbers, and we're not in an ideal situation, so they just boot this one out of play, and Jacobs will step out to throw this one in. No, she's going to defer to Murtha.
Martha, you mentioned the speed, Josh. She's also on the cross-country team. I will mention that every time we see her. I'm sorry, I have to give...
Well, John, you wanted to tell us about the cross-country team. Go ahead and mention that. It was a great piece of information you shared.
Tuesday, the cross-country team from Uniontown, the girls squad, won their 5th, and that's true, 5th in a row, 5th section championship in a row. And our Ms. Murtha was the Raiders' top runner. And watching Charlie stride, Josh, if I had that in my day, maybe I'd have been better. Probably not, but still, she has an incredible gait, and she did a great job. And I'm really happy to see that team. And no better guy in the world than Joe Everhart. I am biased, but I mean,
Quickly for Uniontown.
talk a guy that is dedicated and is a good man. There's Joe, and hopefully Joe's listening. But
Well, he's a great example to all of the coaches who have served or who are serving Uniontown,
and
certainly.
Uniontown, Josh, beat 5 teams in that meet to win. So we're talking a lot of runners.
Opportunity here for the Scotties, but they are not overly aggressive, and they're going to move this one back. And it's sort of a knuckleball attempt here by Bailey Maines, the sophomore.
And just one note on the cross country, Josh, and I promise I will be finished. Sadie Hostetler is part of that team as well. So these girls, Josh, they run for cross country practice. They come here. They don't stop too much moving.
I was told, John, when I was in high school by my health teacher that if you ran 5 miles a day, you could eat whatever you wanted to. And I only heard the last part of that. I only heard that you can eat whatever you wanted to. I missed out on the running 5 miles a day. But these young ladies certainly do it. Uniontown trying to steer this one away at midfield. Tackle attempt. This one is finally going to be cleared out, and well so for Uniontown.
You play tonight, Josh.
Yeah, we're still waiting on that garbage truck.
And these cross-country ladies will be competing Saturday at Penn State Fayette, the Eberly campus, in the Uniontown Invitational in honor of the late, great Hall of Fame basketball coach A.J. Everhart and his son Joe Everhart, of course, Uniontown coach. So lots of busy days for Charlie and Sadie, and obviously all the other girls that are on here. If you're a student athlete, you have to manage your time wise.
Murtha will throw this one in. She wanted Cato on the previous throw-in attempt, and we're going to have a substitution. We'll get that number for you now. Checking in for Uniontown will be number 19, Gabrielle Hernandez, and Hernandez is going to take a spot just outside the penalty box.
Josh, because we don't have a scoreboard here, it is 2-0. 14:45 to go in the first half. Just wanted to let everybody know that. Hopefully we get that soon, buddy. But I mean, I understand there's
looked at some options for us today, and was going to try one out tonight, and did not quite feel confident enough with the doubleheader. This one is going to be well covered by Uniontown.
Great job, Addie Horner. She's very aggressive. I think our public address announcer, Randy, had said that she's an aggressive keeper, Josh. She comes out, she challenges the attack, and sometimes that can make you hold your breath. But a great job there by Addie Horner.
The Scotties still threatening. And this one is going to pass through.
A little bit of a
little curve on that one from Ashley Cedar. And the Scotties go ahead 3-0. And we actually, for the first time in about 2 days, see the sun peek through from the south side of Bill Power Stadium here. We actually have some shadow on the field. After the last 2 days, I never thought I would see the sun again. Last night at Laurel Highlands High School, we had a deluge of rain. There's a great PSSA word for you, John, for anyone who may be preparing
I know I should know
for the exam.
These words, but you know, I stick with the.
But it poured and poured. It poured so much. The rain was coming into the press box. We had to pull all of the equipment back for the South Union Township Sports Network. By the way, they'll be with you Monday night to cover the Uniontown Laurel Highlands matchup here at Bill Power Stadium. Uniontown looking for control here now. Schoner moving it across the center line, but the Scotties are there to deny. The Scotties do lead now 3-0, 13:35 to play. Uniontown trying to get this one to Murtha, and she looked real quick to the left wing there to Hostetler, who was breaking down the far sideline, and this one's going to get away from Uniontown. Coming back the other way, the Scotties temporarily denied at least. Little battle here on the far sideline for the soccer ball. And good work there by both teams. A couple of quick tackles back and forth. Now an opportunity for the Scotties. Jacobs trying to deny. She will.
Great job by Jacobs there denying, Josh. Sorry to interrupt.
No, that's okay. She gets it back to Schoner. And look at Horner. Pops this one off her hand. And then secures it as the sun is now on full display here at Bill Power Stadium. We're sure you can see this on the broadcast. Pretty impressive that the cloud cover, which is still very heavy over the Chestnut Ridge, has started to break up to the south and to the west, and the sun has peeked through here just a bit with 12:42 to play.
And Josh, I've been trying to keep some statistical information. Definitely this is a lot easier than volleyball. But 8 shots on goal. Now that was opportunity for a save, and But Addie Horner that's for Southmoreland, sorry. Addie Horner has done a good job, though, coming out to challenge a lot before the shot. Here comes a chance for the Scotties.
And Horner will charge out and take this one off the body. Abby Horner with a great stop. Now the Scotties looking for the rebound, and they will move this one back across the penalty box, bringing it to the center. The Raiders looking to corral, and this one is going to just beat Horner to her right. And that one is going to be off the foot of number 13 for the Scotties. Ashley Cedar again. I believe, John, that's her second goal tonight. Am I correct in that?
That is Mr. Scully, and in the football terminology, we call that a brace.
She's got a brace
I
tonight.
don't know if that's a United States term or an English term, or
That's a great question, John.
I need to do some history lesson of this game, Josh, because I never heard of a brace. I'll admit.
Well, John, I did read
I've heard of a leg brace.
that the origins of soccer go back potentially all the way to the 8th century. So there's a lot of history to this sport, 1,200 years.
I have to give a shout out for the local library in Uniontown. They find a lot of books for me. I'm going to go visit them and maybe get some soccer or football encyclopedia, and then I can understand this and present it in a more...
That is where the word soccer comes from. Soccer, the word itself, entered the popular vocabulary as an abbreviation of association football. When the word association was abbreviated, yes, that dates back to the 19th century. Soccer became a popular nickname for the sport. Of course, soccer, or football as it's known in most of the world, is the world's most popular game in terms of worldwide participation.
You have your World Cup tickets, Josh. They are in North America this year.
Oh, they're coming to Penn State Fayette, I hope.
I don't think that's on the docket, but I think we can go to Philly. That's closest. I believe Philadelphia will host a few matches.
Well, the Penn State Fayette Eberly campus is hosting the national championships for the USCAA for both volleyball and cross country this year, John. So there will be schools from across the United States coming to Penn State Fayette in November. Those championships run back to back. Volleyball runs for 3 days, November 6 to 8, and then cross country November 9 and 10.
We talk this sport, Josh, and the United States ladies are one of the most successful teams of all time, but I don't know why the gentlemen have not figured it out yet.
Time will tell, John, as Southmoreland looking to add to their lead. This one taken away, deep corner by Hostetler. She's trying to get it out of trouble with 10:48 to play. Your score, Southmoreland leads 4-0. Uniontown looking maybe to put some offense together here. Hostetler tackle attempt cannot quite get there. This one comes across the middle, will be denied by Uniontown in the middle. Right now, the Raiders are going to see this one skip off the outstretched hands of Horner. And I think that was Cedar again, John. Ashley Cedar with the third goal.
Yeah, that's a hat trick.
Hat trick indeed.
Now, for those that follow the sport of hockey, that's popular. They throw the hats out on the ice.
Last night, John, we had a young lady for Thomas Jefferson, Sarah McGlicko, score 3 goals in that very rainy match. And Bill Dice and I said that we were going to call it an umbrella trick. You had to throw your umbrella out onto the field and brave the rain after watching McGlicko drop 3 goals.
Yes, we have a much more, I'm going to say, beautiful, clear night so far.
That said, a gentleman who I followed into the stadium tonight, he nearly stabbed me with his umbrella. He did apologize. It was very close. This one coming across midfield now at the center line. Well, Josh, little lead to the right.
When a talent like you is injured, I don't know if I could do this myself. So thank goodness you were not harmed.
Well, John, really, I'm more upset about the fact that I can't stay overnight here now at the press box because they just took the food away. This one coming back down the far near sideline, rather. And Kahn trying to control this one and work it to the center line. Kahn, a big lead, and it'll go far sideline. Now, Southmoreland does have numbers here, a 3-on-2 situation. Uniontown trying to take that away, and the byline will, I think, get it. Indeed.
You mentioned the food, Josh. If you did partake in that food, I may be the one to take this broadcast over because you may not be here. I'll leave it at that.
Sarah White preparing now to clear this one out. John, my stomach is made of iron. Remember, I listened to that health lesson about not running the 5 miles, but eating whatever you want. And here's Sarah White getting this one out of the end zone. Good kick by White. This one going to skip past Murtha, and the Scotties look for control on the far sideline. Hostetler is there and will deny.
And in this situation, Josh, down to 9 minutes, 5-0 Southmoreland, Uniontown really can't afford. I mean, this is a.
Here we go, John. This is a great opportunity. Murtha showing off that speed. Charlie Murtha bringing it into the penalty box. Murtha toward the goal and denied. Stopped there by the Scotties. And, John, that was, I believe, exactly what you were getting at as the ball is led back out to Con. Uniontown looking for some offense, and Murtha nearly able to provide just that.
Well, Josh, after I'm going to two-line horn and say I got to talk to Charlie after the race Tuesday. We didn't mention soccer. We talked cross-country and hoops, because she's a very accomplished basketball player.
She is.
But I think Charlie, she heard me. She wants to. Naturally, she probably doesn't. But
well, Uniontown, I had heard through the grapevine, John, is talking about starting a bocce team, and I think Charlie does everything well enough where she could be one of the charter members, perhaps. I wouldn't even hate to see Uniontown start a curling team and get Charlie involved. Uniontown going to deny here at midfield. Coming back the other way, Uniontown again just looking to generate some offense. Con going to move it to our sideline now. Little lead here to Southmoreland's number 9. That's Juliet Ice. Great name. Tackle attempt here, not successful. And now Southmoreland going to try to lead Ice down the sideline. And Sarah White gets there in time and takes this one away. White has ice in her veins, of course, not just a surname. Now coming back the other way, Southmoreland wants to try this again. Too much on that one for Bella Henderson. Now here's Ice going to boot this one toward Abby Horner.
A little bit of a giveaway there, but
Claire,
makes a nice stop. So I have 7 saves, Josh, for Horner in this first half, and a couple of plays that would not be considered shots on target, but she came out and made the challenge. So Sarah, Addie, even as coming in, not normally as a starter, she's doing an admirable job considering all some of the pressure she's faced.
Great tackle just a moment ago for Uniontown by Sadie Hostetler, who took the ball away cleanly and then made a play on it. Southmoreland did eventually recover and get that one back. Now Con going to move it to her right. Center lane. Scotties on the attack. Horner going to move to the center of the goal, and Horner is going to see this one be saved in the shadow of the piping. Horner spins around and sticks out a hand and secures the ball. 6:23 to play. 5-0 your score. Horner will send this one away over Con's head and down across the center line. Uniontown's number 19, Gabrielle Hernandez, had a chance to make a play there. Just had it skip over her. Tackle attempt not successful. McCune sees this one move past Con. The Scotties again trying to work across the center line. Leader here, they wanted Henderson. They won't find her, but the Scotties are there to clean up. White trying to battle to her left. This one kicked at Horner and denied again. And Abby Horner has done a fine job here under fire over the course of the last few minutes as the Alderdice Dragons walk into the stadium on the far side behind the Southmoreland goal. On our side, Uniontown trying to get something going. Nice footwork there for Uniontown's number 13, Cato, but the Scotties are able to deny, and they get it to Con at the center line. Con going to work away from us now. They want to go back to Con. Little give and go look. Con going to work center lane. Nice work there. Right to left and back to right. Con, who has an orange shoe on her kicking foot, has this one go off of Sarah White's body. Now it's going to be Hostetler who gets the rebound and takes the lead. Hostetler across the center line, now working our way hard. Hostetler usually on the opposite side of the field. Saw space here on the right and is going to launch this one down toward the goal, and that one is covered up by Southmoreland's Megan Pataka.
Megan Pataka, that's the keeper, correct?
Yes.
I had a moment of senility there, Josh.
It's okay. It's better than an hour of it, John.
Yes,
that's fine.
But just 2 shots on goal for her that she's had to stop. That's one thing. Uniontown just needs to get a little bit of pressure here. And Charlie Murtha has been at the end of both of those opportunities.
Chance now again for Southmoreland as they go on the attack. 3 wide. This one sent to Horner, and Horner is there to deny. And some very long shadows now across the pitch here at Bill Power Stadium. Roll out to Hostetler. Hostetler, quick feet, loses this one though. Southmoreland with another chance. They're going to come hard our way, and this one gets away from ice and out of play. Through ball will be Uniontown opportunity now with 4:01 to play.
An interesting situation, Josh. I love the vocabulary of this sport, especially by the guys from. I guess I have a thing with England guys. I'm sorry. I don't. I've never been there, but if anybody wants to give me out, give a plane ticket, I'll glad to accept it. But when they have a yellow card or a red card, which we don't want any of that today, because those are egregious fouls.
Right.
And we'd like to see a good, clean game, which it has been. They say such and such was shown yellow. I don't know, Josh. I find that interesting. But if I heard you say that, I would bottle that up and listen to it all night.
Uniontown here trying to get something going across the center line. This one lost off the foot of number 4. That was Riley Maines, the sophomore for Southmoreland, who cuts this one off. Southmoreland, of course, coming to us from Scottsdale, Pennsylvania, home to about 4,000 people. Part of Southmoreland School District is in Fayette County. Upper Tyrone Township, of course, is a part of Fayette County. And young people who live in Upper Tyrone Township, they do attend Southmoreland School District. The district, of course, is based in Westmoreland County. But at least some of Southmoreland will be celebrating with us tomorrow for Fayette County's birthday. Fayette County created on September 26, 1783, carved out of Westmoreland County, as a matter of fact. And tomorrow our county will be another year older. So eat a piece of cake tomorrow for Fayette County, named for the Marquis de Lafayette, celebrating a birthday tomorrow, and has never looked better in its old age.
Josh, you're with history. I'll give you geography. And I'm not trying to discredit you. Southmoreland High School is actually in Alberton. Believe it or not.
Interesting.
And I would have to look it up. I'm not going to do it right now as we're trying to call this game. And I don't know if we're doing a very good job. We're having all our little history lessons and our discussions about the differences
2:02 to play
of soccer terminology in countries. But I've been to the school and I looked once on my GPS and it said Alberton, Pennsylvania. So I believe that's like a borough.
Yeah, just outside of Scottsdale. A couple of townships,
Kind of an
and
interesting little
the borough of Everson, too, which is in Fayette County,
But I will
also
say here we are in,
part of that
We are
district.
in beautiful downtown Uniontown.
Absolutely.
We are in city limits.
The clouds hanging on the Chestnut Ridge here in the background as Sarah White drops back and sends this one to Horner. 90 seconds left in the half. This sent out of the goal, cleared out, but jumped by Southmoreland, and the Scotties are looking for one more opportunity here off the foot of Kahn, and Kahn tries to sneak this one in. Horner and White closed her out, though, and this one's going to be lost to the byline. 1:12 to play here in the first half.
Josh, Isabella Roderick did a good job there for Uniontown clearing that out. And I noticed she had some tape on her leg. Hopefully that's just precautionary, nothing serious. The Scotties have earned a corner, am I correct?
Yes, they're going to have an opportunity for a corner kick, and I do believe this is number 13, Ashley Cedar, if I'm not mistaken, who has dropped back into the corner, and she's going to send this one toward the goal. Horner had a good read on it, has it pop off her hands, and now Uniontown battling hard inside, and they will not be able to keep it away.
Hannah Kahn got that. Josh, I just had the binoculars right on it. So I believe that's Hannah's second goal tonight, so she has the breaks.
Good evening for her. Good evening from Southmoreland so far in the first half of this contest. Of course, the match will include a second half. We'll take a short break between the halves.
I'm sorry, buddy. On that corner, a lot of traffic, and then we had mentioned that. Is it really skill or is it? I don't want to say luck because you create your own luck. But ball's bouncing around there. It's really a tough situation for Abby Horner to stop that shot.
Sarah White going to move this one to Murtha. Murtha moves it back. Now they go far sideline. Hostetler, just 20 seconds left. This one sent over the center line.
15 shots on target for the Scotties, so that would be 9 saves for Horner. That's still a pretty good situation despite the goals.
5,
And we're counting it down.
3, 2, 1 score at the half. Southmoreland 6.
And that will take us
0 back
into
to
the
6.
half. Your score, 6-0 at halftime in favor of the Southmoreland Scotties. Thank you, as always, for checking us out on UHS Talk. We will take a short break and be back with you for the second half. In a few moments, we'll mute the broadcast in the meantime. And don't forget, later this evening, Uniontown and Alderdice boys soccer right here live from Bill Power Stadium. We will have that match for you as well. That will be a separate feed, so this feed will conclude and you'll move over to the new feed for boys soccer. That one's scheduled to start sometime today. We'll find out based upon what time this one ends. From Bill Power Stadium, Joshua Scully and John Guth. We'll be right back in a few minutes with your second half here on UHS Talk.
introduce.
Welcome back to Bill Power Stadium on a now beautiful Thursday evening in late September. Early autumn has brought a great deal of rain into southwestern PA. And tonight we've got Southmoreland and Uniontown Girls Soccer in what is right now dry conditions. I'm going to turn it over to my partner tonight from the Uniontown Herald-Standard, Jonathan Guth, to share with you a scoring summary as we prepare to start the second half.
We got a scoring summary here. Mostly just the goals. The Scotties have 6 here. The first one coming at 31-38 of the first half, Addie Jordan puts the Scotties up 1-0. Then Hannah Kahn off a corner scores. That was her 12th goal of the year, make it 2-0. Ashley Cedar makes it 3-0 with 13:54 left in the first half. Cedar gets the brace with 11:58 to go, 4-0 Scotties. And then Cedar gets the hat trick, Josh, and that's a natural hat trick, 3 in a row. 10:31 to go, 5-0. And Kahn with the brace at 35 seconds remaining. Kahn now has 13 goals on the year. And like I said, this was I said earlier, this was taken from Tuesday, so she may have a little bit more. I'm not sure the results. It's 15 shots on target for the Scotties. Uniontown keeper Addie Horner, who is not the normal starter, so she made 9 saves. And 3 corner kicks for Scotties. Uniontown, 2 shots on goal. Both saves made by the Scotties keeper. Sorry, Josh, I'm losing the name.
Her name is Megan Pataka.
Megan Pataka. So Megan with the 2 saves. We're now here at 6-0. And my understanding is this will be a running clock. I know soccer is generally a running clock, but if it's 6 or more, it'll be running clock in the second half. So if there's a goal or something like that, they will continue the clock to run.
And as of right now, we are anticipating, of course, a boys soccer match following this one. The start of that match will be at some point once this one concludes. As of right now, we are looking at this match coming to a conclusion around 7:40 p.m. And we might assume that that match against Alderdice will begin somewhere in the ballpark of 8 p.m., give or take a few minutes. We hope you'll join us for that one, too. We will have a separate stream for that match. Thank you, as always, for joining us on UHS Talk. We will be back in action with girls volleyball on October 6th. That will be senior night for the young ladies on the volleyball team. We're excited for them. They are enjoying a very fine season this year. And for our soccer players, we're excited for them next week. They've got a couple of big matches coming up. And we're hoping that the few players they are missing right now due to injury will be back soon. We wish them the very best in their healing as Kahn brings this one across the center line for the Scotties. The Scotties are now, of course, working left to right.
A lot of possession, Josh, from the Scotties. Not really just some teams, they just run it and just use, speed and just outrun the competition. But I like that from Coach Pajak. That's I'm not saying they're doing anything to feel sorry for the Red Raiders, but they're not just trying to keep running up the score, which, I mean, really, I know it's like running up the score in soccer, but believe it or not, I've seen it happen, and so I give kudos to Coach Josh Pajak for just playing the ball. I know they're going to try to score here.
Gia Van Dyke will send this one through and in. And Southmoreland does indeed strike here to begin the second half. Van Dyke.
37-43 was when that went by, Josh. Just a little heads up on that.
The junior forward getting it done here to start the second half, and the Scotties lead this one 7-0.
I guess maybe I jinxed them saying they were going to play that possession game, but my point is he was making them pass. And I mean, if you're going to get an opportunity on a break, you're not going to just say, well, just pass it back. I mean, I guess you could, but you don't want to, deny a young lady a shot to score a goal. It's always a good feeling. In this sport, there's a lot that happens that's not recognized, probably because we don't know what we're talking about. At least I'll say that myself. But, of course, everybody knows who scored goals.
Sadie Hostetler now with an opportunity on our side. This one steered away after an advance by Madeline Blair, the junior defensive player, able to move this one back to the center line.
Josh, another senior moment for me. Who was the young lady that scored?
That would have been number 16, Gia Van Dyke.
Thank you. So that's Gia's first tonight.
Uniontown again advancing into the Southmoreland zone. Leading pass here. Looking for a player down the sideline. That was Uniontown's number 20, who nearly had an opportunity there, Grace Perkins.
Well, we were at the halftime, Josh. Interesting point. The late, great Jim Creek, sports writer, Daily Curry, his editor, Uniontown Herald Standard, longtime writer, he did use brace. So I guess the brace terminology is not a soccer term because he told me not to tell his name, but Mr. Don Bell here running the scoreboard had a couple braces in his baseball days, meaning he had 2 base hits. Do you have any?
Nice to see that term applied across multiple sports.
I think Mr. Bell had a couple hat tricks in his batting career too.
Don Bell here tonight is our official timekeeper. Randy Randolph, the voice of Uniontown Soccer, with us as well in the press box. I'm Joshua Scully, alongside Jonathan Guth from the Uniontown Herald Standard. 35-14 to play in a 7-0 game. Let's take a moment and assume that Southmoreland will hold on to a victory here, and imagine how that will affect Southmoreland's standing in Class 2A Section 4. Entering this match, the Scotties found themselves in 3rd place behind Mount Pleasant and Deer Lakes. Mount Pleasant in the conference 6-0, Deer Lakes 5-1. That's as of earlier today. Southmoreland 3-3, Yacht 3-3, Ligonier Valley 1-5. East Allegheny has not yet won in conference, and they have sustained 6 losses. Here's a big lead for the Scotties and an opportunity. Check that. That was Uniontown. I'm still thinking it's the first half. Uniontown sending it back deep into the Scotties' end.
You mentioned the teams. Mount Pleasant they have a couple losses, but the really good squads. South Park was one of them. It was 1-0, which means 0 if anybody is unfamiliar with that. But that's a very tough Mount Pleasant team. So the Scotties and Deer Lakes is a very tough team too. So that section is really challenging. I'd be surprised if Mount Pleasant, and this is no disrespect to the Scotties, are maybe playing for a Whippeal title in November. They are that legit. And so the Scotties are in this situation where I really think they could get a playoff spot. So maybe they're going to be battle tested, and that can obviously pay off dividends for them in the postseason, which they're kind of right on the cusp, but I think they have a good shot. And obviously they're playing and really tough against, say what you will, it's a higher classification they're going up against, and doing a good job. I mean, very good possession, moving the ball, and playing good defense too, not allowing Uniontown to get too many opportunities, just 2 shots on target right now. But Charlie Murtha, she's been doing her job, and Sadie Hostetler, and of course Sarah White back there, just really holding it down in the back line for Uniontown.
Ashley Cedar, who has already picked up 3 goals tonight,
There's a spot
has
for
this
Uniontown.
one skip off her foot, and the Red Raiders nearly able to put one through. Here's a boot, and this one's going to be over the goal. Uniontown had an excellent opportunity there. Charlie Murtha had some good distance on that one as well. Unfortunately, has that one travel over the net.
Charlie right on cue. Unfortunately, didn't go in for her, but still battling, still fighting for 32 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the second half. 7-0 Southmoreland, running clock here, and that's if you're up by 6, they do that in the second half. I do believe though, these guys may know, if there's an injury, they'll stop the clock regardless, or a timeout, of course.
We are expecting a running clock otherwise here in the second half, with Southmoreland leading 7-0. John mentioned how well Mount Pleasant has played in Class 2A Section 4 this season, and the Tribune Review is, here's an opportunity for Southmoreland coming off the right wing for Southmoreland, number 12, Brozeski, not able to find the goal. She had a look there. The ball just got away from her a little bit, and Uniontown will now have a chance to send this one away.
Josh, you mentioned Brzezinski, one of the few ninth graders on this squad, on this roster, at least that I have received from the WPIL. Haley Kenny is the other. So, not too many younger players. It looks like they have a lot of sophomores and juniors.
And Hostetler toward the goal. This one goes just wide. Certainly got the attention, sorry, John, of Megan Bataka. And
now that I will admit, Josh, I was looking down. Was that a shot good on target for Hostetler?
That one, I believe, would be considered wide of the goal. I don't think we count that one as on goal.
But still an opportunity. Uniontown is putting it on a little bit, getting some opportunities. But I really like to see him break through here, even if it's just build off some momentum. And Coach had told me, Coach Baker, that he's trying to win little battles and little things
Uh-oh, Kahn has broke free and will knuckleball this one through.
30-35.
And now Southmoreland Uniontown Group.
And Southmoreland leads this one now 8-0. But John had mentioned Mount Pleasant and the success they've had in 2A Section 4. Mount Pleasant overall on the season 9-2-1. Deer Lakes 10-1. Those are the top two teams in 2A Section 4. And we looked at the Tribune Review's rankings for 2A coming into this week. They have Mount Pleasant ranked number 3 in all of Class 2A. Ranked number 2, a team John just mentioned, South Park. And everybody is looking up, according to the Trib, at Quaker Valley, who was ranked number 1
Is there
in 2A.
record there, Josh, on Quaker Valley?
Just 8-1 coming into this week.
I would like to see who they lost to. What I've looked at, South Park seems to be number 1. I'm not ripping on the other newspaper. I'm just saying. From all the scores and the opponents, South Park, I have only believed, Josh, they've given up 2 goals this year. That's something special.
It is.
Now, they haven't scored as much, but it looks like they have a very...
We would even call that, John, a Pittsburgh Pirates style of soccer.
Well, I am going to leave that go for reasons that some may know, some may not. I'm just going to let that one slide.
Good footwork here for Southmoreland, working off the far side. Now bringing it to our wing, and a whistle is going to stop play.
For call, Josh, by the way, that gave her the hat trick.
Well, John, I forgot my hat.
She has
I am hatless.
3 more tonight. Good for her. I mean,
And here's Sadie Hostetler, nearly doing it herself, advanced it down the sideline and easily got through some traffic, weaving her way by Madeline Blair, the junior. And Hostetler now will be rewarded with a chance to throw in from this sideline. 28-27 remaining in the match. Boys coming up next. And tomorrow night, check us out here. Bill Power Stadium will play host to the Martins Ferry Purple Riders, who are coming into town to take on the Uniontown Red Raiders Youth Sports Night. Kickoff for that football game scheduled, and here's Sarah White retreating back to save that one. Kickoff scheduled for 7 p.m. You can watch that one live on the WMBS Facebook page. Retreating back now, here's an opportunity for Southmoreland before a Uniontown defender could get there. Off the piping, up high, and then finished off. Good rebound look on the layup. And we're going to get you a number on that one. Coming off the left wing.
That off, Josh.
And that one is going to be waved off. Oh, and it struck the Uniontown sign, which is going to result in a dead ball here. That would be considered out of play.
And I say, Josh, and I'm going to just say it before you give me permission, and don't worry, I'm not going to get in trouble. Struck the woodwork.
There you go.
Very well, it struck the sign, so I guess I didn't, that woodwork thing, Josh, I can't get past that.
Southmoreland trying to bounce right back here, looking for another opportunity, and this one goes wide of the net.
That shot, Josh, that hit the sign, I believe that was I'm not sure how it's pronounced, Kaya, number 12, Brzezinski.
I can tell you for sure because I remember the shoes. I think that was I'm not 100% certain of this, John, but I think it was Gia Van Dyke on the left side. Could be mistaken.
Well, I know that sometimes you get out there and they're putting shots there, and they're, as you, Josh, they're subbing people obviously
Right.
a lot more in this half, which is understandable given the score.
Haley Kenny checking in for
Well,
Southmoreland.
really, I know we're getting to a point where I don't want to say it's a law, but you can tell it's kind of playing it out. But I really hope Uniontown can get something generated here. I mean, just for some confidence. It's it's a tough season, no matter how good things go. Younger kids trying to get used to a new coach. And that's nothing, derogatory about the coaching staff. I'm just saying, you got to.
Oh yeah, there's adjustments that happen, sure.
This coaching, these young ladies have had a lot of different coaches, and I mean it's hard, new systems, new people, a lot to handle in just a short period of time.
Martha able to move that one to Jacobs, and then Miracle Mosley steps through and tries to power this one ahead toward the penalty box. Southmoreland goes for the tackle attempt, won't get it, and now Uniontown with some daylight here on the far side of the pitch. And this one trying to be saved from the sideline. Uniontown wants to keep this one in. Battling there is McCune, and Jacobs nearly able to get a foot in on it. Now Miracle Mosley looking to close out number 11 for Southmoreland. That's Bailey Maines. And the Scotties are going to move this one toward Kenny. Kenny breaking off the right wing, sends one toward the goal, and that one is covered up by Horner.
Josh, you had mentioned Miracle Mosley. Just looking down at the names of the players and the numbers and the grades, her and Sarah White, just two seniors, at least on the roster I'm looking at. Hopefully I'm accurate on that. But as I said, young team, new coaching staff, and then they get this year to say, okay, here's what we did, here's how things went, how can we do to get better? Obviously, we want kids to work in the off season. However, a lot of kids play other sports. Don't deny that, but also be aware of that. I mean, somebody like Charlie Martha, I mean, I'm sure you tell her, hey, still get some footwork in, but she's going to be playing hoops, and then she'll run distance. I'm sure she'll run track and field, be on the distance races for that. So Charlie's not really going to stop doing anything athletically.
And White sends it to the goal, and Sadie Hostetler will collide with Pataka.
Just the netliner from Southmoreland.
Just another opportunity, Josh, just so close, but she's kind of on the spot there, stopping that opportunity. But Sadie with a good job there, and Sadie's another athlete. So I guess my point is these girls, can get in that.
Hostetler going to jump the pass,
and hopefully, continue to work and next year get some things done.
Miracle Mosley in pursuit, far sideline. Mosley going for the tackle, won't have it. Now the Scotties have a 2-on-2 situation with the Uniontown Raiders in retreat, trying to cover this one up. Uniontown will get a few defenders back to help out, and now they'll clear this one way out. But charging ahead for the Scotties, playing at midfield, nearly losing this one to Murtha.
Hostetler on the boot.
I think that was Cedar and Murtha who went after it together. Far side, McCune going to pursue this one alongside Riley Means. Check that, Riley Maines, my apologies, sophomore defenseman for Southmoreland.
That was a good through ball by Hostetler, Josh. I believe you said Murtha, right? Charlie was giving chase.
Yeah, she was at one point tied up there near midfield. Now Uniontown will drop this one to the byline.
Now
and out of play.
I know I say it more than a broken record, but Charlie won't get tired. But I'm impressed with these young ladies. They're putting it out there. This is not an ideal situation. You could easily just hang your head and mope, but they are playing hard, and I think it looks like they're going to get a chance here. Here's a shot,
and this one's just wide. Good look there from Grace Perkins. Perkins just wide of the net.
A couple opportunities, Josh. The keeper coming out to kind of stop that, stop the momentum. And this Megan Pataka is a ninth grader.
She's doing a great job
According to my
tonight.
roster, Josh, you talk about rosters, and I have to say this in experiences of writing. Sometimes you get those rosters where you get one roster that has another grade or another name, and then another roster that has a different one, and it can be an interesting experience.
Miracle Mosley trying to secure this one, and right now the Scotties will control across the center line in midfield, and the Scotties are off to the races, and they have players in position center lane. This one going to be set ahead to Horner, who steps out and takes the opportunity away. Now Horner will come out into the penalty box and kick this one away over Kenny's head to Sadie Hostetler. Hostetler working across the field, going to move it initially to her right off of Murtha's body, and then to Perkins. Perkins tied up here for just a second with number 23, Madeline Blair, and the ball goes to the sideline before the throw in now coming from Sadie. Sadie will go to Murtha. Murtha will check this one with the body. Going to lose it for just a second to Cedar, and Hostetler says, nope, I'll be taking that right back. And Hostetler now sends it center lane. This one going to be controlled by Uniontown. They want the give and go look to Hostetler. Hostetler working off the left wing. The Scotties are back in position now. Uniontown looking for a spot, and this one will be a body block and sent back to near the center line. Now the Scotties want to clear this one completely out. Mosley, though, says no, momentarily at least. Scotties had to work for this one. Now we're coming the other way. Dropping back is the ever-vigilant Sarah White. Going to pass it through the zone to Hostetler. Hostetler, nice heel move there as Hostetler is going to bring this one on the dribble, drive it off the body of a Scottie, and it goes out of play with 19:50. Good year left to play.
And the opportunities, Josh, Scotties look like dropping some players back. Of course, when you're in this situation, we got about halfway through the second half with an 8-0 lead. They're not going to try to press anything too much, but hopefully Uniontown can kind of get through that. And
back and forth we go. 4 consecutive headers.
Yes, this header, by the way, it's interesting, a buddy of mine informed me that they are questioning the header, the safety of the header in soccer. I don't know if you heard about that, Mr. Scotties. Here comes an opportunity for the Scotties.
Scotty's going to push this one down the middle, and that's going to come off the toes at number 5. Bella Henderson drops one in the bucket at 19:05, and the Scotties have gone ahead now 9-0. Uniontown was just not quite able to get ahead of that opportunity.
Josh, Bella Henderson, that's her first tonight. She is a 10th grader. So I didn't check the starting lineup, but I believe she may have been a substitute.
I did not have her as a starter, John, for Southmoreland.
So, I know I keep saying about Coach Pajak, being a good sport out here, not putting in the younger other players, and I know that, but hey, the way things go sometimes, Josh, you don't see as much sportsmanship. So I give Pajak credit for playing this. 3 straight headers again. Hostetler going to head this one off with a knee, trying to move it toward the penalty box as Uniontown. They have not given up yet, especially Sadie Hostetler, who's going to drive this one wide of the goal and across the byline to the Uniontown boys team warming up here just beyond the pitch. 17:44 to play. The Dragons and Raiders boys WPIAL soccer action coming up for you after this match. We're not exactly sure of the start time, but as long as they leave the lights on at Bill Power Stadium, we will be here. They have taken the food away, but the lights are still on, so we'll see how that plays out. Now, when this is over, Josh, are you going to say turn out the lights, the party's over?
If we win. And only then. Here's Sarah White coming back to get this one under control. White doing a good job. Look at the move by Sarah White to keep that one clear of Kenny. Southmoreland trying to get in front of this one again and keep it in the Uniontown zone.
Not sure if Sarah, Josh, has any college recruitment or idea, but I like what I see out here. I think she could play at the next level. Something I probably should do a little bit better job of researching. But
she's doing a great job. Jacobs with the throw in to Murtha, back to Jacobs, how to play.
Mr. Harry Kaufman, Athletic Director of Uniontown, if you're listening. Let me know if Sarah gets named.
Southmoreland working across the center line. Uniontown taking this one away. And Perkins nearly had an opportunity for control. Southmoreland gives it a boot, and then we get a whistle. And Southmoreland will tee this one up from the far side.
We're here, Josh, and
that'll be number 1, Nevaeh
16 minutes.
Nakutis.
I believe she's another player that came on this half.
Sophomore. Sarah White will drive this one off from the center line, nearly the center spot.
So this is a 60-yard field goal for Sarah.
White drives this one down the middle, off of Scotty's body. Now Miracle Mosley looking for control. Mosley, as John mentioned, the other senior in addition to Sarah White on this team. 15:35 and counting here at Bill Power Stadium. Thank you as always for checking us out on UHS Talk, Southmoreland Scotties, Uniontown Red Raiders. This one started shortly after 6 p.m.
Josh, the windows here, what do we call this, condensation? Or?
Yeah, some condensation happening. It's a very humid evening.
Is this from all the hot air? I was going to say it's from the hot air coming from us, at least from me. I mean, Josh, he makes good points. I just babble. But that's part of my charm.
That's right, John.
Or part of a detriment, I don't know. But exciting time, Josh. I always love coming out here. Seeing the old alma mater play. Yes, I have to mention that we're Uniontown grads.
That's right.
I think these other two guys besides.
Going back the other way, Uniontown to Hostetler at the center line. Hostetler, beautiful footwork here on the switch and crossover, trying to lead Perkins, and Southmoreland's able to steer it away. And it's a close call there. A couple of players collide. Everyone back on their feet.
Is Miracle Mosley down there? Yes. She got tangled up, but looks okay. Got back on her feet. Would be nice, of course, for, you know, I mean, I know Sarah's playing a lot of defense, Josh, but Miracle's up in the play. It'd be great as a senior to get an opportunity to score. And we still have about 14 minutes to go in this one. Southmoreland with a 9-0 advantage.
Little goal kick here, side kick. Now Southmoreland able to move it out of the penalty box. And they're going to try the far sideline. Uniontown certainly has not given up. They continue to pursue and look for opportunities. And they may yet have one here. Trying to find Murtha in the middle. That one will get away. Far sideline going to be controlled, at least for the moment, by Southmoreland. Southmoreland again wearing their white and red tonight. Uniontown in their red uniform, maroon and white, whole maroon.
Sorry, Josh, I had to put the light on. A little dark looking at these sheets here. You know, it's a pleasant evening. It is, feel some humidity. Now, if we're feeling it up here, of course, those kids down there are feeling it, but they are in a much better shape than we are. I can say that without much uncertainty. Is that certainty? Yeah, certainty.
Without much uncertainty.
Yeah, uncertainty. See, I need help.
This one's going to be a through ball that gets away. 12:40 to play. We'll take a quick look now at the Tribune Review rankings for 3A. These are the top girls soccer programs in the WPIAL entering today, as Uniontown again trying to keep possession here and make something happen in the waning moments. Just over 12 minutes left in a 9-0 contest in favor of Southmoreland. Southmoreland going to use this sideline. They want Kenny, and now they have a break. Look at Mosley, Miracle Mosley go and win the foot race to steer this one away. Sarah White now completely will clear it out.
Great job by Mosley and Sarah. So our two seniors here doing a good job.
And Mosley will pursue this one. Now it's going to be knocked out and secured by Horner.
Just a little knuckleball there, but Horner did a good job. You know, coming in, Josh, you don't play much varsity action and you're a keeper, especially if you're coming under fire, that's a tough act to ask somebody, tough job to handle. But even though that's 9-0, Abby Horner's done a great job. And looking here at my notes, and I could be a little off. We're getting a little bit away this half, but I have her with, forgive my math, 10 saves, Josh. So that's a good shot, because these are not these are tough chances the Scotties are putting on. These are not I don't want to say bunnies.
No, the Scotties have done a fine job tonight. We certainly don't mean to take anything away from the effort that they have put forward. They've been very good, as White trying to get the header under control at the center line. And now Southmoreland has a big break coming the other way. Horner racing out to try to cover, and she will. And a great effort there by Abby Horner. The top 5 teams in 3A, according to the Tribune Review, entering this date: number 5, Franklin Regional; 4, Mars; 3, Moon; 2, Fox Chapel; and at number 1, Section 3's very own South Fayette, with a record of 7-1-1. 10:25 to play in this contest. We do have a report from the UHS News Department. The staff there has put together some commentary for us that we'd like to share in the closing minutes of this match, in the event that this is the last girls match we get to cover on UHS Talk. As of right now, this is our last match scheduled to be covered for the girls on the UHS Talk format. That remains to be seen should that change. But we had some information we want to share with you. The school news crew has interviewed some of our soccer players, and we wanted to share the results of those interviews. And we're going to start with Sarah White. Sarah White shares with us that she started playing soccer when she was very young, 5 years old, and obviously you can tell that she has been playing soccer for a very long time. She names her biggest motivators as her parents and her teammates. She says that she plays to make her parents and teammates proud. Favorite moment, and keep in mind she is a senior, favorite moment on the field, witnessing how close everyone is and how much they've improved this year. Favorite moment off the field, talking to her teammates, keeping close with them. Of course, the team has formed quite a few friendships, as you would expect any team would do. She prepares for each match by stretching and warming up with her teammates. And what she likes most about soccer is that for 90 minutes, she gets to escape and only worry about what's going on in the game. And I think you can see Sarah channel that as Sarah White, who follows this one back. Horner eventually sends it away.
Gosh, I do that when I'm eating. But in all seriousness, great stuff from Sarah. And she, I didn't want to interrupt you, buddy, while you were presenting that. So when you want to do the next one, just tell me to shut up. But she had that kick from the 50, and I keep talking about her powerful leg. But good job there. No scoring opportunity really. Sophomore kind of putting on the players back, but just showing the leg that Sarah has, and I really would like to know if she wants to. Do you know, Josh? Because you're pretty familiar with all the students. Does she have any other sports that she plays?
I do not know that, John. I'll be honest with you. I am not familiar with whether or not she plays any other sports here at the high school. To my knowledge, of the rosters I'm familiar with, I am not thinking of her name on those, but that does not mean that I have not overlooked her on.
Chance.
And here is a chance, and just wide.
Sorry to interrupt you, buddy.
A diving effort for Uniontown down in front of the goal.
Is that Charlie Martha?
I think this is going to be number 13 for Uniontown down in front of the goal. Cato came up saying with her hand in the air that she was this close and just had a few inches between her fingers.
And I've been told that I pick favorite people I like. So maybe I'm always singing Charlie's getting a chance. But great job by Cato, and I'm sorry your first name escapes me. Is that Glenna Cato?
Sienna Cato.
So Sienna, great job there, opportunity, and didn't mean to interrupt you, but I thought maybe we had a score there.
Well, you mentioned Charlie Murtha. John, and we had a chance to interview her too. She has also been playing soccer since the age of 5. Started playing at the South Union Rec Center, actually. Biggest motivator for her to make her teams and parents proud of her as they give her so much support. Favorite moment, anytime someone scores, and Kenny moving the ball against Mosley. Mosley going to jump in front of that one, and we'll see if Mosley can save it before it gets to the sideline. She will. Kenny's still there. A ball gets popped up into the air. Now Sarah White looking to help Mosley, and here's a dangerous situation that comes through. And we're going to get a number for you there as Southmoreland picks up a 10th goal. I believe that is number 9, Juliet Ice, who scores.
Number 9? Yes.
Yes, that was Juliet Ice. Who,
judging by the reaction, Josh, I don't know. That may be Juliet's first goal of the campaign. I'm just by their reaction, you know, because you get players in that don't get a lot of opportunity to play varsity, and you know, that's a nice thing. You know, the players that get a lot of the opportunity, they're probably like, hey, I'll sit back and then put my feet up, enjoy the second half, watch what my teammates can do. So good job for Juliet Ice there. And yes, I've known some other Southmoreland athletes, Josh, during my times with the last name Ice. So they are, I guess, an athletic team.
this one across the byline and out of play. Charlie Murtha said her favorite moment is when anyone on the team scores and having the chance to cheer and congratulate that player. Favorite moment off the field, stretching before the match, listening to music with the team. She likes to stretch and pray ahead of time, and she likes to stay positive for her team, successful thoughts for her teammates. She said the thing she likes most about this sport is being able to play this game with her friends and get closer to the teammates that she has met through the sport. And she also loves the adrenaline and energy she experiences whenever she's playing soccer.
Did she say who her favorite sports writer was?
It says, John, I was going to tell you it says Mark Madden. I'm not gonna do that to you. It says Jonathan Guth.
Okay. But
I didn't want to bring the Beaver County Times into this, John. I'll be honest with you.
I could only hope to have that name beside me. But Charlie, I know I always, she's obviously doing a great job, and a very nice piece, or nice interview there by the students there.
Yeah, we've got a couple more we want to share real quickly here, just under 4 minutes. Had a chance to talk to Sadie Hostetler too, as Uniontown trying to develop something. This one goes out of play. Hostetler started playing when she was 5, enjoyed playing Saturday soccer as a child, played for a travel league around Fayette County, and she started playing club for the Riverhounds in 3rd grade. Her biggest motivator is her team, and she loves being able to play with the people who are on this team. She loves being able to have fun with this particular sport that she enjoys so much. She also, and if Sadie listens to this, I love this answer because in all of my years of coaching, this is my least favorite element. She loves the bus rides. She also loves spending time with her teammates away from the team. I'm not a huge bus ride person. I want to thank all of our bus drivers for all the great work they do, but I can't say that the bus rides are my favorite element. I don't know any coach that would tell you this. This is a through ball that gets away.
You're not able to sleep on those bus rides, Mr. Scott?
No, I don't think the school district would appreciate that very much, John. Throw it here. It's going to be
I'm not trying to get you in trouble.
given away by Southmoreland.
You are a busy man, so I was just wondering if you could take a 40 winks.
No siestas. Yeah. No siestas on the bus, John, that's for sure. She loves playing soccer. Sadie always has. She loves the game. She loves the way that her team plays together. And she has just really enjoyed the opportunities that she has experienced as a part of this team, which I think is awesome. I know Sadie pretty well, great young lady, and certainly she has played very well here tonight. Here's Uniontown again sending one toward the goal, but Pataka is able to step out and take this one away. 10-0 stays your score, 2:05 to play. Last player we had a chance to talk to was Kendall Nels. Kendall said she started playing soccer after watching her older brother play, and she thought the sport looked fun, wanted to give it a go herself. Her greatest motivator seeing the satisfaction of her teammates, coaches, and family and friends after a good match, or making a great save while goalkeeping. Of course, Kendall is out tonight. She is the usual netminder for Uniontown, and we're hoping that she will be back with the team soon. She's a great young lady, a lot of fun to watch. Favorite moment on the field is the atmosphere after a good game or win, and the team is always so very supportive of each other, she says. To prepare for a match, she likes to listen to music, get upbeat, get pumped. She's excited to play, and she goes through her traditional warm-ups as a goalie. Here's an opportunity for a corner kick for Uniontown. Sadie Hostetler with that corner kick off ahead and caught by Pataka. Charlie Murtha tried to drop that one in, and that was oh so very close. Kendall has loved the friendships that she's made and the satisfaction in improving herself, her skills and performance in this game. Uniontown oh so close there with 47 seconds to play. They're going to get another chance at this. Sadie Hostetler will tee this one up out of the corner. 40 seconds and counting. Uniontown sending this one into the masses. Off a leg! And this one is in, John. It's in. And I think that was, no, they're saying not in. My goodness, John, that one certainly looked like it broke the plane of the goal. Now Southmoreland's racing the other way, and Mosley trying to deny. Horner will do just that and boot this one away. 10 seconds left. We want to thank everybody from the UHS News team able to put together those interviews for us. We have similar interviews for the other teams as well. One last boot toward Pataka, and that's going to do it, John. 10-0 is your final score in favor of the Southmoreland Scotties.
You had there, Josh, last couple minutes, a couple close calls there.
I really thought that last one was in, John. It was very close.
They earned 2 corner kicks. They had 7 shots on goal. Now Pataka stopped them off with a clean sheet, 10-0. I don't know, Josh, do we have time to run through the score in the real quick? Or?
John, maybe just the second half if you have that, because I've got just 5 minutes.
Gia Van Dyke starts it off for the Scotties. Hannah Kwan, I believe that was the hat trick for her. Bella Henderson scores. Julia Ice gets her first, and that is it in the second half. The Scotties kind of put some people back, but I'm still proud of the effort of the young ladies. They gave it their all, and as you could see, really tried to get on the board in the last minute there.
I want to thank Jonathan Guth from the Uniontown Herald Standard. We are going to try to start a new stream for the boys soccer match. That means I'm probably going to have to call my middle school computer teacher, and I believe he's a principal now in a different time zone. I hope he's awake. Thank you for checking us out on UHS Talk. Coming up next, boys soccer live from Bill Power Stadium. John Guth, Joshua Scully with you tonight. We thank you for joining us.